Hello everyone, welcome back. It is Deja with Twisted Sisters Mojo, and we are on take 2 of Aries, Taurus, Aries, Virgo, and Leo. I got it, Aries, Virgo, and Leo. We did not do these in any particular order, and I am doing my best to ignore Raven behind the camera. She is so trying to distract me, but I'm focused on y'all.
No, this is the second take, people.
Yes, this is the second take, but I'm refocused. So we're going to talk about you Aries out there, you Rams out there. What can you expect for the first half of 2020? All right. So, first half of 2020. What are we looking at? Okay. All right. You actually have quite a few things up in reverse. First thing we need is, and we're talking about, is the Four of Coins in its upright. We have the Nine of Cups up in its reverse.
It's like the first one we did.
Yeah.
They're all in reverse.
We've got the Four of Cups up in reverse. We have the Seven of Cups up in reverse. And we also have the Knight of Wands up in reverse, or up in its upright. So we're looking at a situation, and situations coming into play going into 2020 where you need to hold on to your money. You need to hold on to your money. You need to be a little bit selfish. You need to understand that no is not a bad word, because there's going to be a lot of people approaching you wanting to borrow money or wanting $5 for gas or $20 for gas, whatever it may be. You have to focus on yourself financially, because you're not going to have the means going into 2020 to be overly generous with people. So be a little bit selfish with yourself. It's not a bad thing. No is not a bad word. Relationship-wise, it seems as though there's a couple of you coming out of a bad relationship and hoping to start a new one going into 2020. The first half of the year is not looking real great for that. You've got some times when you're going to be spending a lot of solitary time for yourself, a lot of focus on things that you're passionate about. If you are a creative person, if you make music, if you make art, the first half of 2020 is really what you're going to want to focus and put your energy into, versus worrying about whether or not you have a boyfriend or you have a girlfriend or you have boyfriends and girlfriends. Focus on your money, focus on yourself, focus on what really ignites that fire in your belly and makes you happy. So, like I said, going into 2020, you're looking at a lot of solitary time. And that's not a bad thing. I think we all need that. If I don't get my alone time, I get very crabby. But that's just me being a Scorpio. So, relationship-wise, what are we looking at here? Okay. The first 3 months are going to suck relationship-wise. You're looking at, you've got the Eight of Wands in reverse. You've got the King of Swords in reverse. You've got the Page of Cups in reverse. You've got the Ace of Wands in reverse. And then, surprisingly enough, the first half of this year, here comes the Ten of Cups. So it seems as though the first half, some of you may have some exes come walking back into your life. People that you thought were done with you, or that you were done with, trying to sneak up into your messages, trying to call you on the phone, trying to get back with you. And honestly,
remember why they're exes.
Yeah, remember why they're exes, because going towards the end of the first half, which would be around May or June, you're looking at the possibility of someone coming into your life that you are going to be happy with, that you are going to be connected with, that you're going to have an opportunity to have that long-term relationship with that you want. So hold out for the better. You know, I'm not saying you can't go out on dates. I'm not saying that you can't go out and get a little bit of nookie on the side or whatever, maybe guy or girl, doesn't matter. But don't get into something that in the first half of the year that you really just is not going to be worth your time or effort. Hold off for this individual to come in, and it will be worth the wait. Job wise, okay. Job wise, no career changes. You're going to go into 2020 thinking that it is going to be as sucky as 2019 was job wise, because we've got the Star up in reverse. We've got the Page of Swords up in reverse. But then it switches around towards the middle part of the beginning of the year. That's when you get the King popping in, and you get the Sun popping up, and you get the Two of Swords popping up in their upright. So what that's telling me is that at some point, you know, the first couple months are going to suck. You're going to be hating life, but you know, you are going to have an opportunity to make a job change. You're going to have an opportunity for a position to open up that you can take control of and sit in a position of power, and you're going to be very successful with that. And you're going to have choices. You know, do I go to this? Do I go this route? Do I go that route? Go the route that gives you the most power, that gives you the most control. That is going to be your best option as far as like switching up jobs and careers. So that's looking good. Let's slide all these over here, and let's look at
Children.
Yeah, children. I don't even need to go any further. If you are looking for children in the first half of the year, give it a rest. You've also got the Eight of Cups up in reverse, and you've got the Emperor up in its upright. You're worrying too much about something that you basically have no control over. I do see medical intervention needed if you are having fertility issues. You're going to have to take it to that level. But the stress that you're putting on yourself, worrying about having kids right now, you need to step back from that and basically, I don't want to sound cliche, but let nature take its course.
It looks like he's being more pressuring than...
Yeah. So just take a step back. And as Raven said, she's feeling that your partner may be pressuring you into kids, and you're not ready for that. And if you're not ready for that, you need to put that out there and let your partner know. And retain at least that part, that control over that situation, or at least have the input. You know, it isn't just, you are not a baby making machine. That is not your job in life. Mm-hmm. So don't feel like you have to do something that you're not ready to do in the first half of 2020. So all in all, I'm going to take a quick look at finances, and then we are going to wrap it up for you Rams out there. And I just had to open my mouth on that. Okay, money-wise, you've got the King of Coins up in reverse. You've got the Four of Cups up in reverse. And you also have the Two of Wands in its upright. And so, darling, you need to stay home and quit partying. You're blowing money that you don't have. Mm-hmm. And you're going to continue to do that unless you take the opportunity to change those bad habits. So you're completely in charge of your financial situation, but you have very little self-control. So you need to get some of that back so that you can balance your finances out. So that has been for our Aries people out there. And now we are going to jump into, is it Virgo or Leo?
Virgo. Either one of them.
Yeah, we'll go with Virgo first. And we'll save Leo for last, because y'all know y'all are the best. Because every Leo I know has that Leo pride, that Leo arrogance going for them. God bless them.
Not always a bad thing. But...
It's not always a bad thing. Self-confidence is not a bad thing. But we're going to go with Virgo first, so... Alright, so for all you virgins out there. Yeah.
All three of you.
Yeah, all three of you that are still virgins watching this. And if you are under 18, you should not be watching this video.
Yeah, we have nothing good
Nothing
that you
good.
need to hear.
Yes, and your parents will tell you so. So if you are under 18, turn off this video. All right, so for all our Virgos out there, what is the first half of 2020 looking like? Ooh, money, choices,
Money.
taking a break. All right, so we've got the King of Coins up. We've got the Two of Swords in its upright. We have the Three of Cups up in reverse. We have the Knight of Swords, Four of Swords up in reverse. And then we have the Emperor once again. If you are a Virgo, going into 2020, you're going to be given opportunities to possibly have a job promotion the beginning part of the year, an opportunity to earn a little extra money on the side or through your main career choice or main job. And it's going to be about the choices you make, whether or not you accept that promotion or completely walk away from that job. Given the cards in play, I would say stick with the job that you're in and take that promotion. It may pay off in a way later on where you actually begin to climb to the top rather quickly. With the Three of Cups being up in reverse, you need to pull back on that social time. You need to spend that time alone. You need to refocus on the things that are most important, the things that are most important on a mundane level. Sweetie, you need to get some rest. If your sleep patterns are disturbed, you really need to maybe focus on getting some better sleep at night, because if you don't, it's going to end up affecting your health in a negative manner. Because our physical health, when we're not getting enough sleep, it does affect our physical health, but it also affects our emotional health, our mental health, and also our spiritual health. So self-care is very important. So you're going to want to focus on a lot of self-care going into the first half of 2020. With the Emperor, I would say he is in control of your money. So if you have a partner that likes to hold on to the bank card, you need to get that shit back. And I'm not saying get that shit back and spend a lot of money, but no. He is not the boss of you. She is not the boss of you. This is a partnership. And you need to remember that within the relationship, especially on a financial level. So, you know, if your partner's been a tad bit controlling as far as the the money goes, no. You need to stop that stuff. Other than that, it looks pretty smooth going into the first half of the year for y'all. I'm going to pop in on, let's say, children. We've talked about jobs, so let's look at the kiddie pool prospect. Ooh, absolutely. If you are looking to have a baby the first half, or to get pregnant the first half of 2020, you've got the Two of Wands up in the upright. You've got the Hangman in its upright. And you also have the Nine of Swords up in reverse. So you can plan on starting for that child. It's looking like that opportunity is going to open up for you, but it is going to entail a lot of sacrifice, especially given you've got the Queen of Wands up in reverse. And the things that you're going to sacrifice to have this baby are the things that on some level make you happy, that you're passionate about.
That's normal.
Yeah, and that is normal. When you have a child, you sacrifice a lot. But in your case, you're going to need to, especially because creativity and that part of yourself is so important, you are going to have to really make sure to try to balance that with all of the pregnancy issues and things that are going to be starting for you. You cannot forget about yourself just because you become pregnant. So it's looking good as far as if you're trying to have a baby in the first half of 2020, the cards are not indicating that there's going to be any problem with that. So that has been for our Virgo friends. And last but certainly not least, we are going to delve into what 2020 or the first half of 2020 has for all of our lions out there, our Leos, our arrogant and stubborn friends out there. And I love some Leos. I have some wonderful Leo friends, but being an alpha female, sometimes I will really go head to head with some of my Leo friends. It's just part of my personality. So it makes life interesting. So let's look at our Leos out there. First half of 2020. Okay. All right. If you guys are Leos, and you are watching this video, you've got the 8 of Cups in its upright. You've got the Wheel of Fortune in its upright. You've got the Chariot in its reverse. And you've got the Devil card in the upright. And you also have the Queen of Cups in the upright. What this is telling me is that going into 2020, baby, you got some bad habits you need to drop very quickly. You have a possibility of a relationship that's in your life that is toxic. And when we're talking about the Devil card, it can range anywhere from depression to emotional manipulation to, drug addiction, alcohol addictions, self-deprecating behavior. I mean, all of the negative, nasty vices that a person can have, the Devil card represents. And because you have the Wheel in play with this, and because you have the 8 of Cups in with this, you need to put these things behind you and begin to walk away from them. That is the only way that you are going to spiritually evolve. That is the only way that you're going to make progress this year.
Ask for help. Asking for help.
Asking for help. If you are suffering from depression, do not be ashamed to go to the doctor or take your medicine. You know, get yourself unstuck out of this rut that you've been in. And if you are involved with someone who is the epitome of bad behavior and negative situations, for God's sakes, cut the chain and let it go, because it's not going to get any better. So for you, the first half of 2020 is going to be about change. It's going to be about releasing the negative. It's going to be about getting unstuck out of this rut so that you can continue to move and grow and evolve. So let's take a look at job-wise. Okay, all right. You've got the 5 of Cups in its upright. You've got the 10 of Wands in the upright. You've got the Page of Coins in reverse, and you have the Death card in reverse. So what that's telling me is if you're looking to to change careers, to change jobs, it may not be the best time to do that at the beginning of 2020. I'm also getting that there's a couple of you that have been dithering around about schooling, about going back to school, about some kind of further education. Now, the first half of 2020 would be a time to implement that, because that is going to help you plant the seeds for your career to go, for your money to grow. So, making a huge job change, probably not the best idea, but it is a good time to consider education, training, school, that kind of thing. If you're looking at having a family, starting a family, 3 of Coins up in reverse. We've got the 7 of Swords up in reverse. And we've also got the 5 of Coins up in reverse. And you don't need to tell me you cannot afford a baby right now. And probably not the best time to do it. So we're not looking at, as an extra lay, the Tower. So
Self-focus, not babies.
yes, focus on yourself. Do not focus on babies. Focus on your finances. Focus on your job and getting yourself to be in a position where you are stable enough to have a baby. And when we're talking about the Tower, it's talking about everything needing to change. And if you don't change it, it's going to change itself whether you want it to or not. And the harder you fight it, the worse it's going to be. So that's if you're looking at the family aspect. This has been the last part of our zodiac readings for 2020, or at least the first half of 2020. This is Deja. That's Raven behind the camera. And we are Twisted Sisters Mojo. Please do us a favor. Hit that like. Hit that subscribe button. Share our videos. And we will see you next time around. At least the first half of 2020. It seems that the first half of 2020 for y'all is going to be a holding pattern. We're not dealing with much change. I think because coming out of 2019, you're at... She just showed me her boobs. I don't even know what to say here.
Thank you.
Okay. See, this is the kind of relationship we have. We're like sisters, so. Okay, so. I can't do this. You fucked me up. I can't do this.
You bitch.